Aries, relief is on the way. While I was sitting here meditating on your energy before I planned to start this reading, I got that things could feel like you're walking on a tightrope, that you have to watch your step or maintain your balance, or things feel like you have a higher perspective of what's going on, but somehow it's not easy to get to the next part of the process or the next stage, the next step, wherever you're trying to go next. It's like this thin rope that you're navigating. And I was getting from Spirit that this is actually causing you to slow down and reflect. It feels like there's a moment of pause coming up if you haven't already felt it. Maybe you've already felt it. This could even just be a need for more rest and relaxation. It brings about renewal and relief and some kind of big release too. You do make it to the other side of the tight rope. And I feel like once you make it, maybe you're walking over this big canyon, maybe it's a waterfall, I'm not sure what it is for everyone. There's a lake, a whirlpool kind of energy. Feels a little bit trepidatious, a little bit nerve-wracking. But when you do make it to the other side, and you will cut that rope. Okay, you will cut that cord and it will fall away, and you will never have to go back and redo what you're doing now. So I'm connecting with someone who is really navigating either a particular process or something healing, something that feels delicate and like you really have to be on point or pay attention, or maybe you feel like something perilous is happening or someone could knock you off course and you're just vigilant about what's happening. Okay, so if that's not you, maybe this isn't your reading. We're going to see how it develops when the cards come out. Things could change. We could get more messages, different messages. But I did get, when I was getting all of this stuff, that spending time with family and or good friends is really good for you. And sometimes that's just generally good advice, but depending on our family and our friends, it may not always be the most relaxing thing. But there's something in it for you. There's something about you getting to like just be yourself and just not feel like you have all these pressures put on you and all this weight of the world. I feel like there's a lot of eyes on you in some way. Maybe these are strange eyes, people you don't really know, could be a community, maybe you have an online presence, or you're the helm of some kind of community organization. I'm not really sure, but it's like people are watching you to see what you'll do next or say next, or they're placing you in the position of a leader because you are a natural born leader. And there's just a lot of pressure, I feel. A lot of pressure put on you right now. I also got the letters T and R. That may be significant for someone, or maybe it will become significant. So let's get into the reading and see where we go. Aries. Look, relief. I just cut on it. Yeah, relief and courage. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So you're walking this tightrope with courage towards relief. There's the rope right there. Interesting. Okay, number 12 and number 37 could be significant. I'm also getting, I heard 1237 and I saw it as a year. Maybe there's something past life related coming up, or maybe that's some kind of year you could look into. I actually feel kind of guided to just Google it. Hold on a second. 1237 angel number came up. So hold on, let me see what this is. A reassuring message from your spiritual guides that you are on the correct life path. Okay, a fresh start, balance and cooperation. Okay, but I felt like there was something else. 1237 year. Let's see what comes up. That year was marked by major geopolitical shifts in Europe and Asia, including the signing of the Treaty of York and the expansion of the Mongol Empire. So maybe your empire is about to expand. There's some kind of treaty and understanding between you and others, an agreement. I don't know, maybe this is related to your past life in some way. Something about a settlement I'm also seeing. In Berlin, the twin settlement. Okay, so maybe you want to look into that if that calls to you. If not, don't worry about it. I just felt intuitively guided to check it out. So let's see, Spirit. What do we want to talk about? What does Aries need to hear? Transmute and karmic path. That tightrope is a karmic path. It's a cord you're going to cut, but it's also, that karmic cord is a path in and of itself. And you're transmuting it. When you cut it, you will transmute it. I also feel like the transmutation itself, you see how that kind of looks like a string or a cord or a rope, is the tightrope. So the tightrope that I'm picking up is a path, and Spirit already said you're on the right path. Even though it's been difficult, it's still the right path. It's a karmic one, so you're clearing some past life energy, which we were talking about, or maybe this life energy. You know, we all have our own karma to work through, and so you're clearing some of that as you walk down this rope. And the rope is also one of transmutation. So as you walk down this tightrope, you are transmuting energies, which could be another way of cutting a cord. You transmute the energy. It's no longer a cord. It becomes something else, something more helpful for you. I'm seeing something about a ladder. Okay, you're working your way up somewhere. An empire. Oh, this is an interesting energy for you today, Aries. I like it. Okay, I want to get one of these cards too. I'll put the names of the decks in the description box below. Let's see. For Aries. What are we talking about here? What's most important about this path, this karmic path that we're transmuting? Ooh, repairing the veil, forgiveness. Another rope. You see, it's all coming together. And that is a message for you too. Something's all coming together. You're repairing the veil. The veil between, because it's a tight rope, right? There's one side and then there's another side, and the in-between is the veil. So what I'm getting from Spirit is you're repairing the way forward, your ability to see the way forward and to navigate yourself forward down a path. Maybe in the past, there's been like this heavy veil that became a wall, and you got halfway down the tightrope and then there was nowhere left for you to go and you had to turn back, or you were just there for a long time, not sure what to do. And now there's reparations happening, settlements, something like this, a treaty, right? You're repairing this, what used to be a block, into a passageway, into a thoroughfare. And it's related to forgiveness. Now, this could be self-forgiveness. What grudge have you been holding against yourself? Where have you been judging yourself, being critical of yourself? And I think all of us have this at some level, in some way, some worse than others, right? But I think we all have, even if we don't articulate it this way in our mind, I think we all have self-criticism, judgment against things we've done, or we're just holding ourselves to a standard that's not realistic sometimes, or we regret doing things a certain way, or we wish we were better, yada, yada, right? There's forgiveness here for yourself for maybe being consumed by that energy or giving into it. Now, it's quite possible that some of you could be forgiving someone else. I'm not feeling that quite yet. Maybe it will come through more. Or someone's forgiving you. This feels more like self-forgiveness. Maybe the treaty is with yourself. We won't do that anymore. We won't do that doubt, that criticism, that I wish I never, if I only did ... fill in the blank. You know, maybe the treaty is I'm not going to say those things to myself. What's done is done. I'm laying it to rest. And now I'm repairing the veil so I can go forward to the other side of this karmic path, of this tightrope. Oh, this is beautiful, Aries. Okay, so I'm seeing something about painting. Like I'm seeing someone paint a wall. Maybe you want to change the colors of your home and your walls, paint, give it a fresh coat. That could be symbolic. That could be a symbolic way to transmute your environment. Okay, so let's see the energy that is supporting you. What energy is supporting Aries right now? I'm hearing your shoes. Your shoes are supporting you. Or maybe you need to get better shoes that support you. The Assassin, ruthlessness and conviction. You're not giving up. Okay, so the way forward was blocked or obscured in some way, but you didn't give up. Maybe you didn't even go back to the other side. Maybe you stood there and said, "No, I'm going to wait until I can get through. I'm going to transmute the energy. I'm going to do something." Watching my step, the assassin. Ooh. So an assassin has to be stealthy, careful, focused, and so does someone on a tightrope. But the assassin is usually focused on someone else, focusing on how to stealthily do something to someone else, whereas the tightrope walker, is more focused on yourself. And maybe that's what's supporting you, is now you're focusing on watching your steps with yourself. I'm hearing P's and Q's. Those could be letters that are significant too. Watching your P's and Q's with yourself and not with someone else, or not minding and tending to what someone else is doing and focusing on them. But I will say, Aries, your convictions and your ruthlessness, and I know a few Aries and they are ruthless, okay? There's no like telling them, no, you can't do that, or you should shut up and sit down. Aries is not gonna have that. And that can be something that really supports you and gets you through to your goals. It could also work against you when it's in the shadow. But in this case, since it's your support, I think it's definitely your convictions are supporting you. You are determined to sever what no longer serves you and to not repeat a karmic cycle. I think that's key. Okay, so let's see the challenging energy for Aries. Now, there could be some justice that you're out to get. You know, you're focused on that justice, like the assassin, you know. The archer, biding your time and planning ahead. Well, this is the challenge. Biding your time. Well, when you walk across this rope, you do have to watch yourself. Watch yourself, I said. Interesting. Watch your step. And typically go slowly. Know when to speed up, know when to slow down. Balance yourself depending on how that karmic path is moving underneath your feet. So there's a moment, like I said, you could be in a pause, biding your time. But this pause or this moment where you have to like rebalance because your karmic path, the rope beneath you is starting to wiggle and move around, is the moment for you to reevaluate, rest, and get some renewal. Okay, so when those moments come up where things kind of stop or they go quiet or you find you have to shift and reorganize or replan or rebalance, see it as an opportunity for rest and renewal, re-strategizing or reinvigorating yourself rather than you being thrown off course because you're on the right path. Okay, let's see. Let's get the tarot. Let's see what's going on for Aries. And I cut on the 8 of Cups and the 2 of Swords. And this could be you found yourself at this decision point, this choice point, the wall on the tightrope, you know, that veil you couldn't pierce. The decision was, do I go back or do I wait here? Do I bide my time? Repair something so I could go forward. Well, 8 of Cups, it feels like that moment of indecision or feeling like you had to really be careful about what you choose is over. Your conviction is taking over that sense of indecision, I feel, which is a positive thing for you. But remember, you're still going to have to bide your time, even though you feel you know the way forward or the way forward will be shown to you. I'm hearing things need to fall in place with something. Like it's outside your control, something that's going on. Something needs to fall into place. Yeah, but focusing on yourself is the point. Okay. Let's see, Spirit. For Aries. What's the message here? Okay, this is kind of confirmation of what we've been saying. I'm going to clarify though. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This is no little karmic path that you're walking. This isn't some small transmutation. When Spirit shows up with this repairing the veil, they're talking about an energy veil, a psychic veil. Your outcome is the High Priestess. We're going to talk more about that. But this is whatever's going on in your life right now that relates to this message is a big part of your spiritual growth, your intuitive growth, and just your wisdom and your knowledge. I'm hearing as a human being. Okay. Let's see. Your overall energy is coming out as the Two of Wands. Like the Two of Swords, this represents a fork in the road. The Two of Swords is more about making a decision, having to use your brain, your mind. Your thoughts are kind of crossed and you have to see which way to go, weigh all the information before you can make a decision. The Two of Wands is more of a spiritual feeling that you're at a fork in your life. You're at a crossroads. And it's not so much about weighing the decisions in your mind. It's about what feels right to you. Where do you want to go next? Where is your soul and your spirit pulling you? And I feel here, like, I'm sorry I'm keep repeating the metaphor, but it's like the clincher of your reading. Again, with the tightrope, you know, the two different sides and you in the middle, and you're coming out as the fox in this card. And it says enterprising and bold. Your enterprise. You're definitely moving towards building something up. It's building, it's building, it's building. Could be a business, could be your reputation, I'm hearing. Your strength, like you're building and building and building. Your empire, your enterprise. Through your boldness and your conviction, the fox, clever and fast. But this is why biding your time, and it's coming out in your challenge in the tarot too, biding your time is such a challenge for you because you're quick like a fox and you're clever like a fox. And you're adored like a fox too. That's what I heard. I don't know how foxes are adored, but that's what I was getting. So let's see. And this is, of course, one of your cards, Aries. So let's see. Tell me more about the Two of Wands for Aries' overall energy spirit. Two of Wands. The Hermit in reverse. Oh boy, you're not going to be quiet about something, or you're not right now. You have a lot to say. And you don't really want to go into the cave. You don't really want to rest, relax, renewal, release. I mean, it sounds good, but I feel like there could be some restlessness there because after all, you're still standing on the tightrope. How do I have rest and relaxation when I'm standing above this canyon, this gorge? I could fall, you know? What do you mean, Andy? My name, Andy. What do you mean, go rest? Well, rest your spirit. Rest knowing, I mean, you still have to balance things, but rest knowing that you're on the right path and you're transmuting energies and you've done some big work around self-forgiveness. Now, I also feel like you're not going to do something alone. I see some kind of collaboration here with the Hermit in reverse. What is it that they're not doing alone? We have the Eight of Wands in reverse. Exceed and surpass. Could be some kind of communication that you're not doing alone. This is maybe why you're roping in, I want to say roping in your family or friends. This is like you're collaborating with someone to help you organize your, like, how much energy you put into something or how far you take something. This is like somebody helping you with communication, but also like, Aries, be careful of how much time you put into this or how much energy, or maybe this is you delegating, like, why don't you handle this part of it? You could be seeing a professional that's helping you, or your family or friends are helping you. It's like distribute the energy appropriately so you're not taking on all the burden. Yeah, you don't have to go at something alone. This is for sure. Okay, what you don't see coming is the Six of Swords. And on this card, it says navigate and progress. There's the portal, the veil that you cross with your wisdom. And the Six of Swords is about mental clarity. Seeing something real clear now and knowing how to go forward in this particular circumstance, situation. And what is that? What are you seeing clearly? You could also find yourself detaching more and more from something that was bothering you. The Hierophant in reverse. Interesting. All the clarifying cards are coming out reversed. Hold on, let me think about that. The clarifying cards are coming out reversed. Yeah, it's like where you felt you needed clarity before, you already have it. Any kind of additional clarification you may find is just not needed anymore. You see what you need to do, or you know how to get to the other side. This is what you don't see coming. So if you feel totally lost right now, what you don't see coming is you're going to find your way real damn quick. Okay, the Hierophant in reverse. It says sage and mentor on this card. Maybe something with your mother is happening. You're going to have clarity about your relationship with your mother just because it came out of my mouth. Okay, but if it's not that, the Hierophant is about institutions, regulations, rules, but also divine knowledge being passed down. But in reverse, that could be a kind of corrupt kind of knowledge, or a corrupt institution, a corrupt field. Could also be something even legalistic. So the Six of Swords, you're going to have some clarity about some kind of corruption here. It could also be corruption in some contract, a personal contract you have with someone, a karmic contract, work contract. But you have some clarity now. I'm hearing someone doesn't know what they're talking about who is acting like they do in some kind of organization. And you're also going to see some corruption. I feel like this settlement or treaty, whether that's a metaphor or something actual, happens because you're able to pinpoint or point out where something has gone off the rails, where it shouldn't have. Like you see the corruption. Maybe you've seen it in the past, but you were lacking some kind of clarity around it. Excuse me. Throat chakra just got like really tight there. Somebody maybe doesn't want you to talk about this. Oh boy. Give me a second. Well, the outcome is you do have the hidden knowledge. Okay. So now we're going somewhere real impactful. Oh, look, and that looks like that relief symbol we saw. This gives you the relief that you're able to really nail something down. Like maybe you find an email, a text message, a stipulation, a policy. Maybe someone says something and now you're like, I perfectly understand what's going on. Or this doesn't have to always be something negative. It could be like you figure out a way forward because some information is given to you, but it was previously withheld. Okay, let's not go into all the possibilities. Let's see if we can get more specific. When I do a general reading, I can see the energy and what the energy is, but how it manifests in your life is very dependent on you, who you are in particular. Not just what you're going through, but also how you perceive the world and your general energy, how much karmic work you've done, where you are on your path. All of that personalized kind of information that's not available to me about you determines how this energy will manifest. So in a reading, when I give out, like, it could be that, or it could be this, it's because I'm seeing the different like pathways of how this energy could be manifesting. So you just have to say, okay, well, it's not this, but it is that. I hope that makes sense. Okay, the Seven of Coins And that could be a message for you too with the High Priestess. You may be able to pick up on something like that. I only had generalized information before. But now that I know something with the Six of Swords, I have clarity on who or what something is, the Hierophant in reverse and their inner workings. I'm able to see and speak to something or intuit something a lot clearer than I was before. I'm able to pass through that veil. Okay? Some of you, yeah. Yeah. Okay, 7 of Coins for your opportunity, production and reap. This is the same thing as biding your time for me. 7 of Coins, it's being patient, continuing for the cause, continuing for your journey, continuing on, not giving up, but having to work at it, you know? I don't feel like there are shortcuts to where you're going, but I also feel like you're so far along that a shortcut wouldn't even do anything for you. Okay? Maybe in the past, a shortcut would have advanced you very far, but you're beyond that point now. You've already advanced very far in this situation on this path. Okay? So now it's just kind of going through the steps and going through the motions of what needs to happen next. So what needs to happen next? Let's ask that. Ace of Wands, success, rule, 2 of Swords, symmetry and poise, and 3 of Cups, fruition, realization. Definitely collaboration or even speaking to other people about what's happening or any decisions you need to make will help you come to some realizations. You don't necessarily have to take their advice, but just interfacing with other people will help you come to some kind of epiphany, some kind of sense of like, okay, now I know where to go from here, or now I know what to do next. Ace of Wands. You're making the decision here to take the torch and to go forward. I do feel like you're sharing some of your knowledge with someone else or about someone else. Okay, so let's get one more on the 7 of Coins for Aries. Page of Coins, expression and message. You are going to share something. You may be working really hard right now about how to get your message out or how to express your thoughts or how to express what you know. That could be the assassin. Like, I want to be very exact with what I say. I want to make sure the words are right, or the artwork, or whatever you're doing. The opportunity is to be very exact, to work on your expression of your knowledge, of your clarity of what you want or what you know, depending on your situation. I did write down, I forgot about this, that there's some kind of mental exhaustion you may be feeling. The relief is coming, though, with the 6 of Swords. So if you feel mentally exhausted now, it's just a phase, okay? It will pass real soon, I feel. So keep working on how you want to communicate something or how you want to build something. Okay, the challenge is the Knight of Swords, intent and hunger. Well, this is swift communication, sometimes communication without thinking at all. I got something to say and you're going to listen. That's not you, okay? It's not. You're not reckless. You have conviction and you're ruthless, but you're not. There's a difference between being ruthless and being reckless, okay? And you are not reckless. So don't fall into that shadow energy when and if you get frustrated. Now, there could also be another party here, Knight of Swords, who is more loose about the things they say, okay? Maybe they're prodding or instigating or speaking out of turn in some way. This could be someone who wants something to come to an end, some kind of conflict to come to an end real quick, but you haven't done your work yet. I'm hearing you haven't done your work that you need to, like your soul work that you need to do on this situation. Somebody wants to avoid some kind of consequence, perhaps. This could be an aspect of yourself. or someone else. I feel like it's someone else though. Let's see. Tell me more about the Knight of Swords for the challenge. The Lovers. Yeah, it feels like someone else. 10 of Cups. The Tower in reverse. And the King of Wands in reverse. This is somebody, whether it's a friend, family, coworker, somebody else out in the world, somebody in I don't know, community member, I don't know, somebody who just wants things to go back to either the way they were or to just be forgotten. Lovers and the 10 of Cups. Let's just put this tower behind us of whatever's happened. And let's just, forget it. Just forget that. Maybe someone's telling you you're overreacting or something like that. Or there could be people who say that to you. King of Wands in reverse, but they have no authority to make that call. They really don't. It's just wishful thinking. Disciplined and devoted in reverse. Knight of Swords. This is somebody who is lacking substance when it comes to their desires to just sweep something under the rug, or just to lay something to rest. There's no substance to that argument or to that request to you. Okay, there's something else here though. If it's not that, and it's not that for some of you, you'll know if that resonates. But if it doesn't resonate, there's something else here. I feel it. This is a treaty with yourself when you get frustrated or when you want to lash out, to remember the difference between ruthlessness and recklessness. Am I being ruthless in my conviction and going forward and, really standing up for myself? Or am I being reckless because I'm triggered, because I'm angry, because I'm tired, I'm exhausted? When I'm tired and exhausted, I am one triggered MF. I am not a happy camper when I am just tired, okay? So sometimes that happens, right? We need to check ourselves like, oh, I just need a nap, Not to belittle your situation, but mental exhaustion, physical exhaustion can have us really doing things that are not beneficial for us, okay? So this is a treaty, the Lovers, with the 10 of Cups to say, okay, hold on a second. I'm just feeling a little reckless right now with the Knight of Swords. Let me just take a rest. Let me renew. Let me release this energy of the Tower and the King of Wands, this desire I have to just act out of nowhere because I'm pissed off, because I'm triggered, because I just feel like it, to this injustice or to this upheaval, to this destruction. Let me just take a step back and do something I love, be around people that I care about, enjoy myself, and recalibrate. Okay, bide my time. So that's the challenge. Now, the advice is the 10 of Swords. I'm really curious about this. It says on here, black and clouded, Gemini energy, 10 of Swords, mutable, air, thoughts changing, communications changing. Clouded communications bring about a difficult ending. The guidance. Okay, so why is this guidance? Well, this is, you're never going back to that other side. That's the guidance. Don't ever go back to the first platform when you first stepped on the tightrope, which you had to. It's not that you did anything wrong here. You had to do this. But when you get frustrated, when you get tired, when you feel like you're off balance, don't walk back. Pause, relax. The way forward will be provided. You can balance. You're never going to fall off this tightrope. I don't see that at all. And even if you did, I feel like Spirit has a net for you. So don't worry about all that. Just don't go back. And I don't think you will because you have courage. So I don't know what don't go back means for all of you, but it's definitely a message here with the 10 of Swords. What's done is done. 2 of Cups in reverse. For some of you, it's about a relationship or a connection. Any kind of relationship, work, friends, family, love. Don't go back. Maybe you've laid something to rest in your mind. You know what? I don't think that connection's going to work. I don't think it's going to happen. Don't go back to thinking, oh, maybe it will. Spirit's saying, no, you've passed that point. Okay, you're so close to the other side. You're transmuting the energy. It's like if you were to go back, it's like you spend so much time healing and transmuting and using all your soul energy to shift the energies for yourself so that they're more in alignment with who you are now, just to like get to this one day, just this 1 hour, this one day where you're like, I want to undo all the progress I made. I just want to like forget all that transmuting I did, even though it took me forever. Don't do that to yourself. We all get tempted from time to time to do that, for sure. But don't be your own undoing, okay? There's no need for that right now. That's for some of you. What else is here if it's not about Two of Cups? Knight of Wands in reverse and the Queen of Wands in reverse. That's so interesting how most of these clarifiers are coming out in reverse. We have theorize, calculate in reverse, and shapeshift and change in reverse. Well, yeah, changing minds, right? Changing your perspective, constantly refining. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe, I'm not thinking straight. Re-theorizing something, shape-shifting in your mind in order to do what? The advice is not to do that, but why would you be doing that? Three of Coins in reverse. Maybe because you feel like you didn't get something that you were working hard on. You may question yourself and your own mind because the reward that you thought you were going to get never came. But Spirit's saying it doesn't mean you were wrong. It just means maybe this wasn't the reward. Five of Cups in reverse, distance and ether. This is not something to grieve. There's better things ahead. What's done is done, Aries. And that's a good thing. It's a very good thing. I don't know why exactly for you, but you know that. You know, deep down. Something didn't come to pass because there's other things for you. Or something had to end because it wasn't good. The outcome, I'm also going to do an extended reading. In the extended, we're going to go a layer deeper. We're going to see what else we get. Tends to get more specific because there's less of you there. If you're interested in that, the link is in the description box below. If you're not interested or you hate that idea or now you feel like, what do you mean there's an extended? I'm not getting a full reading. No. Trust Spirit already knows you. Knew what you were going to choose, whether you're going to go to an extended or not. And then if you weren't going to go, they gave you all the information you personally needed right here. Okay? That's how it works. The High Priestess for the outcome. And it says necromancer and seer. And I like that it says necromancer because what's dead is dead. What's done is done. And this is you loving that, loving what's dead, loving what's done, loving the fact that it's dead. It's gone. It's it. You don't have to do this over again. Seer. You're a seer now, more than you were before. So let's see. Tell me, why is the High Priest coming out as Aries' outcome? This is also about having hidden knowledge, which I do think you're getting. About this Hierophant in reverse, this corruption or something going on there. Tell me. Queen of Swords in reverse, elusive and mythical. Oh. I'm hearing red tape. There was something that was standing in for the truth. It's like someone said, no, I'm telling you the truth, or this is the process by which you need to do. Maybe there's a loophole that you find with the High Priestess. Okay? Or you find some other hidden knowledge that helps you move past something that was acting like they were the Queen of Swords. Like, I know the truth. I will not let you cross unless you do A, B, or C. There was some kind of rigid energy that you felt like it was a dead end. That's interesting. So one thing definitely needed to die, and the other was telling you there's no more to this, but there is. And whatever that is the thing that's standing in between you and going to the next platform, the next side, where you can cut the rope once and for all, cut the cord. So that block, whatever that obstacle was, that veil that started becoming a wall, you see that that's not true at all. That block isn't real, or there's a way through it. There's a way around it. The Queen of Swords, however she's manifesting in your life, and I don't think it's you, I think it's someone else. Maybe it is some kind of truth you were believing that isn't true. Could be. But the Queen of Swords, however she was manifesting in your life, you were looking at her in the upright, like, oh, you do have some authority over the truth and over what can be said and what can be thought and all of these things. High Priestess, the seer, now you see, wait a second. No, you don't actually have that authority. You aren't telling the truth. Or the truth is not as solid as you're making it seem. There's another way. Okay? All right, Aries, that's what I have for you. I hope that helped. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.